mastery of the offense, and there's always room to build on that, though.
I imagine you have done that before. You said your dad's a coach. I know your dad's not a quarterback guy, but I imagine you diagrammed plays once or twice here before that.
Yeah, a couple times.
When? How old were you? What were some of the details?
Never really did it that much, like growing up, until maybe like junior, senior year of high school. So,
were you nervous the first time doing it for the guys you grew up with? Because they know all the good stories and they probably made fun out of you a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I never really did it in front of. It was more so just like, just like my dad and I, most of the time, just kind of thinking of ideas or something.
So it's not an environment that would intimidate or make you nervous at all?
No, not really.
Figured.
What's the next step? What's the summer step? What's the summer step of growth do you want to make as a quarterback, as an offense, as a passing game?
Just build consistency. Come to work every single day. Continue to work on my footwork. Which will lead to a lot of different stuff. Being able to, improve that completion percentage. That's probably one of the biggest things that I want to work on this year is improving that completion percentage and just being able to, bring that up. Improve on pinpoint accuracy. Receiver can make a catch even if the ball isn't thrown where it's supposed to be. So, just making their job easier.
Is that in part due to quicker reads? Just because sometimes, if you're a little bit late and you've got such a cannon arm, hey, I'm just going to throw it down there, and then it's an overthrow. But if you would have had an earlier read, maybe you would have been set and you would have been able to hit somebody in stride, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's definitely a situation where it might happen. I guess some of the timing routes and some of, I guess it just depends on the defensive look, but there's certain situations where that is the case, and there's situations where that's not the case too. So,
what do you see? Now a full year in workouts and everything with Amir and with Brandon, and how comfortable are you guys getting versus what you were like a year ago now?
Yeah, no, definitely a lot more comfortable. We have obviously, like you said, a year. That relationship builds a lot over a year, and both of them had great springs. And we're just getting right back into throwing, this week. So, we're just trying to continue from where we left off in the spring.
And what do you see out of Brandon? Big, strong, athletic receiver with huge hands. What could he do that could help the Iowa offense?
Yeah, no, I think he can really. Obviously, you still got to compete and work for position, but really being able to play an X receiver, into the boundary. Where he can go make plays. Obviously, he, like you said, he's big, fast, strong, and I think during the spring he really realized that and started to utilize that a lot more. So, and he made a lot of great plays. So I think just continue to build off what he did in the spring, and I think he'll have a good year this year.
And then with Amir, he seems like he's versatile enough to play slot, play Z, and do all of that. What are his assets, and what ways has he gotten better?
Yeah, no, he's just a matchup problem for a lot of people. I think anybody that tries to play him man probably won't be able to run with him. So, obviously he creates a threat, a downfield threat. Like you said, he can move positions. He can play a slot. He can do a lot of different stuff. I think just being able, for him, just being the athlete that he is, he has the ability to make a great play at any time. So, really just being able to utilize his assets, as if it is throwing the ball down the field or just getting it into his hands as quick as possible, something special could happen, kind of like Akram. But, I think he's done a great job at really just making those routine plays all the time now too.
When it comes to film for you in the summer, is there one or